Support for Radio Friends comes from OsteoStrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-Spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Thursday, December the 30th, as we're going into the new year, just a couple of days away. And I want to introduce you to my good friend, and I say that sincerely, Dr. Anand Chockalingam. And if the one thing I have learned from Dr. Anand is how important it is to try to be happy and to smile. We've talked about that with several of our guests over the past couple of weeks. You know, your prescription is smile 20 times an hour and you're going to help your heart.
Thanks for spreading my word.
Yeah, it's true though, isn't it?
Today, I brought evidence to say that that really works. And it does not just work, it does magic. What this is, a publication, official, so we can share it with everybody.
Yeah.
It says Siddha fasting. The Siddha is the Indian way of medicine. That type of grateful fasting, you could say. Siddha fasting in heart failure patients makes them healthier and they don't need more hospitalizations.
You said grateful fasting?
Yes. If we are able to connect deeper, smile, and still be okay with being hungry, that is where the magic really starts. I believed it only for the last 10 years, but I could not even teach it to people because I hadn't even started it until 2018. But this Heartful Living clinics that I'm inviting everybody to join us, because of the pandemic, we are doing it on Zoom. It's for anybody interested in improving their health. Monday mornings, 9 a.m.
Okay.
So that's what we talk about. And we want people in Missouri to realize how much health is in their own hands. By and large, if you want a number, 80% of our health is in our hands. The 20% doctors, our procedures, our technologies can support. But we can take so much more simple things into improving our health. That's what I want to bring.
So you're saying that 80% of how we feel and how long we live is in our hands by the way we live our life.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now, the Heartful Living, these are seminars that you're having.
Yes. Every Monday of January and February. Actually, we've been doing this for 5 years. But the thing is, it was on Fridays on my personal time at lunch hour for 5 or 10 or maybe 20 veterans and their families. And the VA was so kind to allow community patients and people to join, doctors, nurses came. But until the pandemic, it was only 20, 30 people.
Yeah.
Now, because it's online, it's open to the entire world. So live, we are hoping this time, just like last year in the pandemic, 200 people to join from all over the world. Today morning, the VA hospital in Florida and Loma Linda, California, they want to join their providers, doctors, and their patients. I said, you're more than welcome. This is why we do this, so that health can go to the world.
Every Monday morning, at what time?
January and February, every Monday it's on Zoom, 9 to 10 a.m. Central Time.
Central Time. So how do you do? What do you do to get in on this?
Oh, it's free for everyone, and it's done as part of my official VA work as a VA cardiologist. It's not meant only for veterans. The VA has allowed us to do it for everybody.
Yeah.
And over 8 weeks, we cover basic things like what is the healthy thing to eat, how to kind of sleep better, how to exercise better, things like that. And we've done this now for 5 years, and now we are seeing the results. One of those papers is what I'm sharing with you. When I say this paper shows magic, what I mean is 65-year-olds who are 125 kilograms with heart failure and who are nearly losing hope on life because they're on 25 medicines, they've found real hope again. In the sense, after 3 years, they're down by 25% weight.
And
that's not even there in the literature anywhere that I know of.
And these people were pretty much giving up on life.
Exactly, because they're on so many medicines, they can't breathe, their chest is hurting. And by learning these simple things that we teach and talk about, people get connected and inspired from within. So the trust in themselves is what does the real magic.
Okay, so these classes or seminars start on January the 10th. will people be able to ask questions back?
Excellent. First 30 minutes, I'll present some slides and some experiences for all these years about as a cardiologist and as a holistic person, whatever I know from science. Next 15 minutes, question answers. Last 15 minutes is when we talk about and show how actually we practice mindfulness, the Siddha way of thanking for life itself. And that is so simple and sincere that everybody can learn it from age, I would say 10 years of age, throughout life, anybody from any walk of life can recognize the value in this.
You know, you convince me that this is really important. And somebody listening or watching today that may be feeling really bad about themselves or think that there is no hope, what you're saying is there is always hope.
When people come off 20 medicines, it's not a casual thing. They're coming off medicines that they are needed for 10 years for high blood pressure or arthritis or for depression and anxiety. That's what they're coming off when they learn what their subconscious potential is. So it's so simple and so profound at the same time. So I'm inviting anyone to join us, everyone to see how these simple things can make a difference in your day-to-day life.
I keep going back to the one word that you use, is that it's so simple. Is it really that simple, doctor?
If we can stay hungry by choosing to fast, and if we can smile while we are still hungry, then that is the magic. So I'm giving it to you in half a minute. That's all it is. But for that, it takes me 8 hours to show how so many have succeeded already and why we can still have a shot at finding that deeper energy from within. It's just the science of the subconscious, you could say.
Yeah. You know, I know how much you believe in fasting, and you almost have me talked into doing the fasting. Uncle James started doing it, 6 months ago, 7 months ago? Yeah, a long time. And he feels very good.
And we don't need to fast because this Heartful living started in 2015 when nobody was talking about fasting. Fasting came in 2018 when I started doing it myself. So if you don't like fasting, you're still most welcome to join us.
But you're saying fasting is good.
It's a central component of what we recommend.
Is it important to really go the whole 24 hours without fasting?
No,
without
I have
eating?
in this 10 patients who got better, many of them cannot fast because of health issues. So we use the word, but what we mean is we are eating mindfully and gratefully and connecting at a deeper level with what we consume. That's all it is. Missouri right now is at 42 in healthcare.
All right.
I feel if more and more people embrace these simple things, we can be in the top 10 and closer to Hawaii, which
Hawaii
is number
one. Yeah, he said, you know where Hawaii is? Number one, and Missouri is 42. Of course, they've got
But
a lot
we are getting there.
Yeah, all right. If you want more information on this, you can go to highlifejourney.org, right?
Yes.
And you can sign up for it there.
And it's free and it's on Zoom, so it's not live. The whole series is on the computer.
Okay, so it's free starting on January the 10th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Dr. Anand Chockalingam, thank you so much for coming by.
Thanks.
It is always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.